Oh yeah, for sure. We'll knock it out. All
All
right,
right,
here
man.
we go. Man, I got my boy back on the panel. Y'all know my boy CG. I'm allowing him to introduce himself in case y'all don't remember who he is. So let him know.
Yeah, the name is CG Ruthless, man. I interview some NFL draft prospects during this offseason. I am a diehard Niners to the core. I kind of just go with the flow, man. I enjoy football. I enjoy any sports in general. But hey, it's good to see D'Lo once again, man. He's one of my favorite Chicago Bears fan. Even though I got some of the family members and probably one of the guys who used to suit up for y'all team, man. I guess you can say I am the cousin of Roberto Garza. So yeah, we can put it out there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's always a pleasure talking to you, bro. I just want to start off before we get to the show. I gotta ask, how's your mental health, bro? Like, how you feeling overall? We talk so much about the game, about this, so much going on. I just gotta ask, overall, how you feeling?
Oh, mental health, man. I don't know. Like since you're putting in a different perspective, man, I'm just missing something. Like I'm just missing the family, the people around me, man. I just don't have that right now. And I'm just kind of like at a point where I just want to get out and go somewhere, go a different direction, man. I don't want to make things complicated. I'm determined to make things work. So I guess you could say missing the people around me that I used to be close to has gotten smaller and smaller, and it's kind of like drained me mentally.
Yeah, I feel that too, and that's why I just recently lost a family member. Basically, I don't want to say too much here, but basically, nothing happened to him. He did it to himself. So you know the rest. So it's just gotta kind of
Yeah.
check up on everybody, making sure everybody's doing. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. You got to check out your loved ones, and I don't
for
think
sure.
anybody has really checked out a lot on me much, because I'm just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little depressed because I'm just missing the family. It's gonna be like almost a full year since I haven't seen my family in quite some time. I don't have any friends close by me like I used to. Things are kind of like divided. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm happily married and I enjoy my life, but I do kind of miss being around the family. So it's just not the same.
For sure, I definitely
I
get that.
appreciate my in-laws, but it's just not the
Yeah,
same with the people around me, man.
yeah,
Just like when you're missing something, when you're missing a piece, man, it's just not the same.
yeah, and I definitely see. That's why I try to if I see your post or whatever, especially like your family post, if it was cooking with the wife or whatever. I try to drop a like, show some love, drop a comment. Just to let you know, like, hey, keep doing your thing. 'Cause I know
No,
it's
I
crazy. You
appreciate the
never know.
support, man. I appreciate the support, but it's just since you kind of brought up the mental health, man. Yeah, I lost family over the years, man, and it's kind of like destroyed me mentally. Like even the photo of my uncle, which is like March 8th, he would have been 65. I guess you could say the tribute of him was under the cross of what he was, but he lives on. I mean,
Yeah,
he
for sure, for
he
sure.
was he was battling cancer. He was a warrior battling through cancer, and he was just couldn't survive it in 2016, unfortunately. But man, he was a Washington Commanders, or what you say Redskins at the time, so he was a big time fan of that team.
Yeah. So you got a soft spot for the Commanders.
A little bit, man, but I don't want them to get Ayuk. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah,
And my
yeah.
sister, my oldest sister from my stepdad's side of the family, she's a Commanders fan. I'm trying to be nice.
Okay, okay. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little soft spot for the Chicago Bears, a little bit,
Yeah,
because we don't have that much to hate about whatsoever, man. It's just we have a common enemy, the Packers.
for sure. And it's crazy because, bro, I'm in Texas, so sometimes I wear my gear. I'm thinking, oh, I gotta deal with obnoxious Cowboys fans. They be showing the most love. Oh man, thank you for beating the Packers. We can't stand them, and I gotta remember. I was gonna say Khalil Mack, Michael Parsons. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they show me the utmost love when I wear my Chicago gear. So
Yeah.
it's wild, but that's a good note. If you wanna, we can go on to the next one unless you got another take on that.
Oh yeah, it's all good, man. Like you get appreciated by all that. I mean, born in Texas myself, a lot of my family ties come from over there, but
Okay.
majority of my family are just in different direction. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not close to a lot of them, so they're like They're probably like a
Right.
couple hours from a different distance, and then other states, like it's kind of like you get that all the time, But the one thing I miss about Texas is that different vibes, man. You get the good barbecue, you get the Mexican food can't compare to California, but it's up there.
Yeah, 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 it's pretty decent. Yeah, before we proceed, make sure those interviews too. We definitely be having them interviews. You might see a player that's on your roster next year. You'd be like, wait a minute, I just seen him in CG's interview. So make sure y'all check it out. Go support. Go show him some love. Hit that bell signal. All that. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. I actually got this one guy who was at the Senior Bowl in the combine. So it was like a couple weeks ago. Josh Cameron from Baylor, the wide receiver. He's a thick wide receiver, a yak guy. He's met with actually I was part of the only one that put it out there in the interview where he confirmed meeting with all 32 teams. So I guess I got a lot of credit for that.
he's
But
worked.
I'm not connected with sources or I'm not like one of those guys from the network. I just do it myself.
Right, you just do it. And plus you enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoy doing what I do, man. Like get to know them personally.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And it doesn't even have to be about the Niners. It can just be about them as a person and more like what they bring to an organization.
yeah. I think the best message you tell them is no matter what team that they go for, you're rooting for them personally. I think that's a good message
Human being wise, yes.
for
Like
sure. So
it's like you think of them as your family member. Think of it like your nephew, right? You always want your nephew to succeed, right? Regardless if it's the Packers or the Lions, bro. As long as, but you get that feeling vibe.
yeah, you're rooting for their success. So
I know,
I
and
definitely agree, and that'd be the best part I get out of watching your interviews when you tell them that.
oh yeah, I don't try to I don't ask dumb questions like those other people. I try to be as respectful as I can.
Yeah.
But the other ones who do these type of questions, I just don't understand why they even have a job like this. It's just dumb.
Crazy. Yeah, you got to make them want to do another interview with you in the future.
Yeah, not make them uncomfortable. Like you can ask them the right way, or you can say, hey, "Is this okay if I asked you this question?" And if they're cool with it, then you can do that. But it's like you get kind of a good understanding about them. Like I was even asking the Fresno State cornerback this question because he told me it was cool to ask him that question. So I told him, dude, why were you doing the portal transfer multiple times?
Mhm.
Because he did it multiple times and then he just decided to stay. And he kind of gave me his honest answer, and he kind of understood why I would ask it because he was getting that question from other teams.
Mm,
So that was something that kind of got me to question him a little bit. But other than that, he was a cool dude.
that's dope. That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, uh,
but since knowing you for quite a while, bro, I got
yeah.
to say you and Jonah are probably one of the coolest Bears fans, man. Like you and Jonah, and I
Appreciate
mean, at
that.
one point, Michael and Butters was cool, but it's like we were not this. It's just not like it used to be, man. Like everybody does their own thing, but Kopi's a good Bears fan. He's a guy that I'm close friends with on social media. I think if you check him out, Kale Sports or something, he's another good Bears fan.
I'm pretty sure I probably know who it is, but you come across these people, but then YouTube's so big, it's people that you never heard or seen of. So it's
And,
like,
yeah, you get that kind of crazy vibes, and then we do have a common enemy, man. I don't know. I embarrassed that dude ever since I've been stepping on the foot, man. I'm like the walking talk legend. This guy can't keep my name out of his mouth. I don't even have to show up, bro. I don't even have to say a word, and he'll just come at me.
man, intimidated by you, huh?
Nah, like the one time I was at this one string a while back, I was at Kale's string. I was just only talking sports, and all he did was jump in randomly and just talked over me and yell. And I played at his level, and then he got freaking pissed, bro.
That's
He's like, oh,
yeah, that's bitter ex-wife baby mom activity, man. You gotta go on.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of a stalking ex girlfriend or somebody who won't leave me alone.
Oh man, that's yeah. It's hard
Yeah,
with this internet, but talking pig skin a little bit. Okay, now we got to talk the 49ers in the draft. Who would you
absolutely.
want y'all to draft with that first pick?
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I think they got y'all taking Chris Bell. I seen. So I don't know how you feel about that. Would you agree? A disrespectful wide receiver out of Louisville.
Chris Bell is a risk because he's coming off a serious injury, and I just don't know if it's worth the risk. But he's got the talent that we're looking for, but only if he's available in the second round. Maybe I take a flyer. I wouldn't touch him in the first round. I
Hey,
just don't think that. I just don't think drafting a guy with that injury issue is worth it. Maybe second round pick because at least you can at least see what you got, and you don't have to be fully committed to the guy. Um, I think for the first round pick, depending on Trent Williams, I think he's either gonna. I think I've been hearing that they might work something out, and he might not go anywhere right now. But if it happens, it's gonna have to be where he's gonna get released. I've heard a lot of trade talks, but it's mostly been contracts, like restructure the contract or give him his guarantee money. That's what he's looking for. But but for the 27 pick, okay, who do I want? It's a tough one, man. Like as far as a player, bro, I like this kid from Texas A&M. Um,
okay.
KC Concepcion, bro. Like I just think if we get this guy, this will put the offense explosive. Like we're lacking speed. And Casey Concepcion can give us that vertical play that we're lacking, bro, because we don't have it. Like Ayuk was giving us that before that little before he crashed or something, but we don't have that vertical big play ability. Like if you can get Casey Concepcion, he would give us a lot more in this offense. Like, or if not, maybe get another pass rusher, but I would think there's other options at wide receiver. Maybe we can get one later, but if I were to pick between the wide receiver, I like KC better because he would fit the offense at the level. Maybe a Denzel Boston because he can learn from Mike Evans and they both are similar size. I mean, you might get something like a Vincent Jackson and a Mike Evans in Tampa Bay where he gets mentored by the guy with the same size. Maybe that's a perfect combination. Or you wait later in the draft and you get Jacoby Lane. That guy can benefit from learning from Mike Evans and take over that role when it's all said and done. But he'll get significant playing time, of course. But Niners need to address the offensive line at times. Like, I think we need to get somebody to replace Trent Williams at some point, but we're going to need a guard. But I kind of like, but if I had to choose, it's Casey Concepcion, hands down. I think he gives us the explosive plays we're lacking.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
those are other options I could think of.
Yeah. A lot of wide receivers in the draft, so you'll get some. I like that. Mike Evans, Vincent Jackson thing. Especially if y'all get Jacoby Lane. Woo.
Ooh, dude. But you could probably get him in the second or third round at that point. So I think he would be a beneficial. If the Niners want to get some other positions, yeah, maybe you can get yourself a pass rusher like Cassius Howell from Texas A&M is good,
Mm-hmm.
or Lee Hunter from Texas Tech, the D tackle, because our starting defensive tackle just signed with the Tennessee Titans. He just signed. Jordan Elliott just signed with the Titans. So we're probably going to need to replace him, or unless they're going to have Alfred Collins play the big role, which I think he will be. But you still need another starting D tackle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe Lee Hunters,
Lee Hunter. Yeah. You
like
got
yeah, either him or there's a couple of D tackles I like that could be first round. Like Lee Hunters is the guy that stands out. Peter Woods, I think he'll probably be gone by then, but he's pretty good. But Christian, think I forget his name. Christian from Georgia. He played with Mikael Williams, and they got that chemistry. So maybe you bring him with Mikael Williams. That'd be nice.
logical. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in my case for the Bears, all the reports, I think I want Caden McDonald. You know,
Ooh, okay.
our run defense was that was an Achilles heel. We added a few pieces. We got the defensive tackle from the Rams. I be forgetting how to pronounce his name. Novel, what's his name? Novel, something like that. Him with a G. He had like 3.5 sacks last year. The defensive tackle on the Rams. I think it was number what was it, 92, 95.
Oh wait, are you talking about Neville Gallimore?
Him, yeah.
He came from the Colts.
He was on the Rams too, though, wasn't
He was on the Rams like other season ago. Yeah, in the playoffs he was good. Well, when you said his name, Neville Gallimore, man, that guy is good. As a Sooners fan, that man was balling, bro. I don't know what they. I think you got yourself a nice rotation piece. Like Caden McDonald's nice, but Lee Hunter, I think is hands down pretty good, bro. Like what he did at the Senior Bowl, he dominated. You know another guy that you guys need to look at also. I've heard in okay, let me see if you think this is legit. So in mock drafts, I've seen the Bears get Caleb Banks. He's a D tackle from Florida. He's a 6'6" D tackle, 320 pounds. But at the Senior Bowl, he was dominating, bro. He was just manhandling some of those guys in that Senior Bowl.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of his clips. He's one of those guys if he can be around. Because I know with Caden McDonald, he's not, he's a run stopper. He's not much of a pass rusher, which, for their position, you don't really, it's likely you're probably not going to get that too much. Everybody not
But
getting stopped.
but Banks has more upside to get to be a pass rusher.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Lee Hunter does have upside also because I've seen at Texas Tech that he was really good against the run, but he has potential to be a good pass rusher. So maybe he's another option for you guys.
Yeah, we got options at 25, so we'll see. But okay, so your team so far in free agency, what's your favorite signing so far? And why is that?
Man, sounds like I have to pick a favorite, man. Like it's really easy to pick because they didn't really pick much of a favorite besides Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Like, dude, why would I pick the Patriots offensive lineman? Why would I pick Garrett Waller? Why would I pick the kicker, bro? Like it's Mike Evans, hands down, bro. The future Hall of Famer, the guy that has 2 good years left in him, man. I think he's gonna bring a great veteran presence. This guy is going to be a red zone problem. He replaces what we needed in the first place. Will he do exactly what Ayuk did the last couple of years? No, but I think he's going to bring a great locker room and a great mentor to the young receivers.
Definitely. Super Bowl champion too. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl champion. But what really caught me by surprise was Tampa Bay offered him a lot of money to stay in Tampa Bay, but he didn't want to, and it wasn't even about the money.
Well, he said in his assessment he want to go to a team that has a great quarterback and where he feel like he can win a Super Bowl. I think the Buccaneers fit that. Oh, he said great. I think he said great coaching as well. Obviously, that's probably where the edge comes in for the 49ers. But I was gonna say I think the Buccaneers could reach those. Baker's a good quarterback. Um, they you could say they're Super Bowl. They're a hinge Super Bowl team. They got the potential, got the talent. I think San Fran obviously was a better choice, but
Well, the problem with San Fran is if we can stay healthy, we could, but it's just you're playing in one of the toughest divisions. He would have been playing the weakest division in the NFC South, but he likes the culture, and it feels like the offense that we run, he's going to be the go-to guy. So that's part of the intriguing option because previous years, I think his production started dipping down a little bit because he wasn't getting a lot of targets like he used to. So I think he wants to be the guy. So I think that's what intrigued him the most. And plus, the way how we run our offense over the years, how Shanahan ran an offense, it always involved a receiver like Mike Evans, but he's never really had a receiver like that, probably like since Julio Jones.
mm-hmm.
When Julio Jones was in his prime, that was one of the best receivers that Kyle's ever involved in that offense. So Mike Evans is probably the close second to what you get out of Julio Jones. Like, think of prime Julio Jones, what he was then, right?
Man, creative player.
Yeah. I think what Mike Evans brings to the table is he's going to give you those big plays, and it's going to keep the defense honest, and it's going to make it more simple for the other receivers like Ricky to have the one-on-one matchups. So you pick your poison is what it is. But I still think we're going to get a wide receiver regardless. I don't know if it's going to be a big body receiver or a speedy receiver because we might have changed our direction. We might just go with a big, fast receiver.
Yeah, I think I can get some speed over the middle, over the top for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, either Boston or Lane would probably be the guy I would prefer.
yeah. You know I'm biased, so I'm gonna go with Lane for sure.
Well, you got Lemon. That's actually your best receiver, hands down, this draft.
Yeah,
So,
Lemon, but
yeah.
I'm looking like I don't. You'd have to trade up to get him. No way he's slipping that
Oh
low.
yeah, I mean, if we had the opportunity to trade up for Lemons, I would do it in a heartbeat. Because if you can do that, just imagine if you just trade up before the Rams are on the clock, just to snag on that guy. That would be the best freaking W of the season. But I don't think we're gonna do that. I'd be shocked. But Jacoby Lane is like a good one because he wasn't quite the guy at USC. He was just like the one that was the number two guy. So can he be a number one guy? I think he could be.
Yeah,
He's got the size. He makes ridiculous catches. I mean, I know when you look at talent wise, production don't mean nothing in college. Can you do it the next level? Because it's an unfinished product. Like Jacoby Lemon has proven to be the most established receiver in college football. But could it translate? Yes. But there's a lot of guys who have had less production in college and actually had more production at the next level.
that is true. That is true. Okay, now speaking of Mike Evans, what's your projections for him? Like, if you were to project season stats for him, how you think he'll do?
It depends if he can stay healthy. Um,
Yeah, that's the
okay,
thing.
okay, but let's say he does stay healthy for a full season. Like, let's say he just misses one or two games. Maybe 1,100 yards. If he can stay healthy for the season, I say 1,100 yards and maybe 10 plus touchdowns because he's capable of getting in the red zone. But if he misses significant time, maybe 800 yards. I don't know. He's
Yeah,
still good.
yeah.
Just I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say that would be his ceiling.
he's still gonna go up and get the ball for sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
So the NFC right now, pre-draft, where would you say y'all currently rank? Look at how y'all gonna come back healthy. Well, obviously not guys who still be missing time, but when the season starts, the guys who healthy right now who you know gonna be there, or a guy that's hurt who you know gonna be healthy by the season. Looking at your roster, where would you rank y'all right now in the NFC?
The NFC is pretty tough, maybe five, because I feel like the roster until the season starts, that's how we look at it. Because if we're going by best roster talent wise, you can say the Rams have one of the top best rosters for sure. But then you got Seattle, regardless. The Eagles for sure. But when it comes to the fourth one that I would put ahead of the Niners, this would probably be a surprise for some people. But I think when you look at talent wise, you guys have kind of gotten better. But I would say you guys are definitely moving up to the rankings a little bit as a talented roster team. So I would put Bears at 4. San Fran would be 5 because I feel like until we could stay healthy and until we prove on the football field, I would rather keep us humble because even though we do have a talented roster at times, but we've had a lot of old players and a lot of change of our culture of our players right now. So Kyle Shanahan, hands down, best coach in football, but you have to look at the overall talent, bro. We got a lot of old guys and a lot of young talent. So it's probably one of the most unproven talent right now. Like you got some established veterans, you got some guys who are going to be Hall of Famers, but a lot of them are you're starting to go younger on certain parts of the defense. So can that defense actually be good? Maybe. But Raheem Morris's track record, he's never had a top 10 or if not a top 5 defense.
Hmm.
So I question that part. And can we fix our offensive line? Because I think the offensive line is more of a concern. Can Brock Purdy stay healthy? I have more questions about this team than most of it, bro. Like I can't think of another question. Hey, can our receivers stay healthy? Can we go into the offseason without these injuries? Can it be other options? Can we draft better this time? We'll see. I have more questions on that team now. I have to think of it that way.
Yeah, I think that's pretty valid. get a little younger, that'll help with those injuries, reduce them injuries a bit too. Yeah, I would say the same about us. I would say like a top five team off rough because obviously you got the obvious ones, the Eagles, or not the Eagles, Seahawks, Rams. Well, I would probably say the Eagles, regardless of what happened. But I don't know. They division. I don't think this team is quite overall, but that team would say watch out for. But as far as the teams, yeah, like you said, those two. Yeah, I would say the Eagles, San Fran. Obviously, I would say you put us 4 or 5 range, however you want to do it. But I'm gonna tell you a team that I'm looking out for next year. Call me crazy, but the Cowboys.
Well, I think that's the difference with them is I think their defense is going to be a lot better this year because I
Yeah.
mean, look at what they did in like going into the season, right? They decided to get some other guys like Quinn and Williams and quite a few other pieces. So I think they're going to get that defense fixed. Their offense is going to be a little bit better. I don't think it's a crazy take, bro. Everybody's always hyped the Cowboys, but I think they are this year's team that could be a playoff team, no doubt. I think they can win the division because I think the Eagles will still be a playoff team, but I think they're probably going to be competing with Cowboys for that division, and I think it's going to come down to it. But if I had to choose a dark sleeper, like as far as like AFC wise,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really convinced with this team just yet. But this may be a crazy take for the AFC. I'm going to say this is a team that you guys are not even going to realize that's going to come by surprise. I think for this year, I think when you look at the team in general, I think Kansas City is going to come back. I just think Kansas City is capable of coming back. I don't know what timetable that Mahomes is coming back, but if he's coming back than expected and they're already getting some guys coming back, I just think that it's a mistake that the teams are making trades with the Chiefs and the Chiefs getting certain players, bro. I think it's a big mistake that the Rams and other teams are giving the Chiefs draft picks and everything to build around, bro, because this Chiefs team, they're not done.
Eddie, what's up, bro?
I don't think KC's done, bro. I think Kansas City is capable of coming back. Like, like as much as people want to say, "Oh, I don't know when Mahomes is coming back, bro," and dude, Andy Reid is still the head coach. They still got the culture, dude. They can go get themselves a solid backup quarterback to step in until Mahomes comes back. But I think that's a sleeper team to make the playoffs. Can they be a top team? Probably not, but I think they can make the playoffs.
I'm gonna get in on that with you. I think Seahawks Eddie just said what's up to me and you. Yeah, we just
Salute
talking
to my
football,
guy.
bro. Yeah, we just talking football. I agree with you 1,000%, bro. People gotta remember, yeah, it might take Mahomes a little time, but you got the ultimate quarterback whisperer, Andy Reid. They gotta remember, the Chiefs had a top 5 offense, and Alex Smith was an MVP candidate the year before Mahomes. Then you add, they got K9 over there,
Yeah,
so
and
the ninth pick. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on the Chiefs for sure. I still
oh,
think it's
dude.
gonna be Broncos division.
Yeah, I think Broncos will probably run it, or maybe the Chargers for surprise.
Yeah,
But
Chargers gonna
I
get it.
think the Raiders are just a couple good years away from turning it around. I just don't think it's gonna. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team right off the bat. I
No,
could be
you're right.
shocked, but I just don't see it with Mendoza being their quarterback right now.
You saying
Like,
exactly everything I said. I say get them 6 wins, and then next year they'll be more competitive.
yeah, my NFC sleeper for me to say, bro. Like you said the same thing I was going to say, but I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna say as far as like an NFC sleeper, probably a team that gets the 7th seed. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one to choose one because I think regardless of what we all think, man, Green Bay is just a team that just never dies, and I think Green Bay is still they're still in the progress of making strides, and they've been
Yeah,
competitive. A healthy Michael Parson makes their defense good. Even though Romeo Dobbs is gone, they still can make weapons out of what Jordan Love has, anyways. And a healthy, was it named Tucker Craft is what makes their offense good. Jacobs,
mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to sleep on Green Bay as a team in general, but I think the Bears are still going to be in that mix. I think the Lions are just on the decline. I think they're going. I think they're just not back to what they are right now. I could be shocked. Maybe they could make a return, but I think it's mostly the Bears and Packers for that division for a while. The Vikings, they're on a rebuilding stage because JJ McCarthy. I don't know if he's going to be the answer. He hasn't proven it this season, and maybe they need to go get a quarterback like Mac Jones on the trade. Please make a trade, Vikings, so we can get ourselves a draft pick. We'll see.
Oh, y'all see, y'all hear the pitch. Yeah, I keep hearing Kyler Murray coming up for the Vikings. I kind of hope they don't, but
Yeah.
we'll
Kyler
see.
Murray is still in the mix because he's a free agent. I think it makes a lot of sense for him to go to the Vikings. A change of scenery would be good for him, or he would just be a backup somewhere else, right? So I think he can be a starter for the Vikings.
Yeah, my NFC sleeper, obviously Packers always going to be because they won the 7th seed 3 years in a row, so obviously they're going to find a way to get in. But my NFC sleeper, call me crazy, the Giants. I've been high on the
Ooh.
Giants. I've been high on the Giants for a minute. Then they got my boy Tremont Edmonds over there. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah, they could make some noise, but I don't know about a playoff team, but maybe as a surprise team that could sneak in. But
yeah,
last year I had the Bears as my NFC sleeper, and people thought, oh, I don't know about them. I had them as my sleeper, but if I had to choose the legitimate sleeper that nobody's even talking about, you said Cowboys. I'm with you on that one, man. I think Cowboys are definitely the team that everybody's not going to take seriously, but I think they're going to take a step making the playoffs. So, as much as I don't like the Cowboys, you got to look at the defense. I think this is a team that can win 10 to 11 games this upcoming season. And
for sure.
with George Pickens, they have a good offense. And sure, Dak Prescott is going to choke in the playoffs, but I think in the regular season, we all know he's capable of playing good football. So
Yeah,
I think they're going to be a playoff team. I'm a bold and I'm going to say they're going to make the playoffs, but they're probably going to choke in the divisional round to my Niners. Let's put it like that.
sounds about right. Y'all hear that, bro? Neither one of us Cowboys fans. He's an understand I'm a Bears fan, but one thing we do is keep it objective and we be logical. So
But I think this year the Seahawks are going to party. They're still going to make the playoffs, but they're probably going to have a similar projection of what you saw what the Eagles did last year.
no, I can see that. They losing some.
Yeah, they're losing some guys, and I think it's going to be hard to overcome. But hey, we could
Tough,
be wrong about it.
right, tough division though too. That's but
Tough
speaking of the
division.
Seahawks, I gotta ask you. Sorry, bro. I gotta ask you. You say don't sleep on Seattle. No, not sleeping. Y'all still got the goat Sam over there. I gotta ask you. So, what was your
I
thoughts
mean,
about the Super Bowl? What do you feel like the Niners got to do to get there next
I'm not even sleeping on Seattle. I think they are still the team to beat in this,
year? Yeah,
regardless. But I think they're going to take a little step down because they're losing some guys. But I could be wrong too. So, what do I think of Seattle? Right from the Super Bowl?
yeah. What do you think the Niners got to do to get there?
Oh, what do we got to do to get there to beat Seattle? We got to have a receiver that can separate because in that playoff game, they decimated us. We didn't have a single wide receiver that can be wide open or separate. Brock Purdy was running for his life. There was nothing we couldn't do about it. They stopped Christian McCaffrey. That was the simple game plan. Slow down CMC. That was all. That was like the one type of thing you shut off, and the offense wasn't the same. Yeah, it's going to have to come down to that. And we need to get pressure. We need to get pressure to Sam Darnold, which we failed to do that. But I think this year, with a healthy Bosa in this defensive line, it's got a lot of potential. But I think in order to beat Seattle, we're gonna have to make it hard for Sam Darnold and take away the running game what they had and try to make it hard for JSN to be the factor. Like you're gonna have to make them beat us with their tight end. And I think for Seattle, man, they're just a good defensive team. Like they just they dominate. Like the Philadelphia Eagles were the perfect example of the previous Super Bowl. They won by beating Mahomes with that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle just decimated us, bro. Even if we were healthy, I don't know if we would beat them anyways. But I know for damn sure if we would have had a healthy team, maybe it would have been a lot closer than what people would give credit for. But
Right.
you got to give credit where it's due. They just they
Yeah.
smacked us in the face.
They earned it this year. They
Eh,
definitely earned it this year.
if not for Reek Wollens, man, maybe they would have smacked the Rams, but they just let them come back in that game.
and now he's with the Eagles now.
He's with the Eagles, yeah.
So yeah, he's
Yeah,
coming
you're
back.
gonna have to be drafting another cornerback because for Seattle to be successful, they're gonna need another woolen guy. There's a couple of DBs in the draft that I think that maybe he might look into since he's a Washington Huskies fan. He might need to look into those cornerbacks that they got over there. They got a couple of Husky cornerbacks that are as tall as Tariq Woolens.
Yeah, they gonna find somebody.
No, they got some cornerbacks from the Huskies, man, from the Washington Huskies, man. They got this one guy that's about 6'4", runs a 4.45 in the combine. His last name is Pricesock or something. Pricesock. And they got this other guy called Takori Davis, who's 6'3" cornerback.
Okay, I think I did see some highlights on David. Now I gotta go play NCAA 26.
Oh, dude, yeah, they have this other guy named Pricesock, whatever his last name is. I mean, I do a lot of my homework, dude. I'm a draft geek, man. I look at all these players, but yeah, they got this kid from Arizona, Stooks. I think he's about 6'3", pretty nice cornerback.
It's gonna be interesting for us. Definitely gotta build on that pass rush and just progress. Year one, being Caleb, just progress. Just be better than you were this year. Learn your mistakes where you went bad last year, and just build on it. So we had our heartbreak out the way. That's my take on the Bears to get to that next step, whether it be NFC Championship or further. But
Yeah.
okay,
Well, let
shifting
me
gears.
ask you.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Let me ask you something. So, how did you feel about the DJ Moore trade? Because something just it was giving me a lot of vibes of you guys trading him when he had like when he had that goodbye song or something with the picture with his daughter. It kind of gave me the hints that you guys were gonna trade him.
We seen all the signs when we seen that quote. We love DJ Moore. We want him to be a Bear for life, but we want to. I forgot the way he quoted it. We want to basically get better overall as a team. When we seen that, we was like, oh yeah, he might be traded. Now with DJ Moore, it's different. I met him personally, good guy. You see it on Instagram for the longest. I have a picture with him and my daughter in it. So really good dude. Great family, all that. Work hard. That game winning catches, two of them against the Packers. He goes out, he plays, he gives you his all. He was the pinnacle, the what started this. That trade for him to Carolina for that package deal is why we even in the position we're at right now. So it would have been great to see DJ remain as a Bear, but getting that second round pick for him, and obviously what we need as a team, what we need to build business wise, it was the correct move. So I wish him the best. I'll root for him in Buffalo. Root for him to win a Super Bowl unless they happen to face us. Other than that, I'll root for him. Like I said, great guy. Always came to play. Nothing bad about DJ. He could have been said, "Hey, I want out," but he stuck it through the bad years.
Yeah,
Stuck it through. Fault.
like one thing about him was you guys were thinking ahead because you guys saw what you saw with Luther Burden, and he
Yeah.
kind of showed some glimpse of what he can be. Romo Doomsday, when healthy, he's been a really good receiver for you guys. I think the future's bright. I think getting another wide receiver would definitely put your offense on the top a little more, like
Hundred
maybe
percent.
top five if things get clicking.
Yeah. I mean, we got Jade Walker. He had the big catch on 4th and 4 versus the Packers to force overtime. But we definitely need another wide receiver. Like I said, a speedster that can take it over the top. Somebody.
Yeah,
So yeah, we definitely need to. But rooting for DJ. Hey, it's a business. All right, now we got to talk about this topic. Shifting gears. Maxx Crosby traded to the Ravens. We thought, what
we
the
thought
heck
so.
is going on with that?
Man, that trade was supposed to be a steal for the Raiders, getting 2 first-round picks, and then guess what? The football gods say, "No, Raiders, we don't like you, so we're gonna just say no." And then I guess he failed the physical.
I didn't catch those details. Damn, that is different.
He has a bad knee, I guess, from the injury, from what I was told.
Yeah,
It had to be maybe the surgery. Maybe the surgery was a little too soon for him to get physical check, bro. Because usually when you get surgery, that takes months to fully recover still.
Yeah, dude. And the Ravens backed out for trade. I mean, the Ravens. I'm gonna be real. The Raiders got a lot to me. Got a lot better with those moves. Y'all got
Well,
confidence, but when you see you're not going nowhere.
well, I think on paper you can say they made some splash moves, but can those translate into W's, man? Because we've seen Cleveland Browns, we've seen Jets make these type of moves, and it don't mean squat.
The Jets. Where do we even go with them?
Dude, it don't matter. The Browns, the
Oh,
Jets, or
man.
even at one point the Redskins or the Commanders, they used to be known to spend big, and what have they done?
Yeah, shit, we used to do that too. So
You guys were at one point, but I'm just saying from a team's perspective, the Cleveland Browns are well known to spend big.
yeah,
I mean, you look at the Jets, yeah, as bad as they are, they do spend a lot of money. But
yeah,
the
they do.
Raiders, they got the cap space, so they're desperate.
Yeah, these teams, it don't be lack of talent. These teams be having talent on their roster. They just can't put it together. It's it's
Absolutely.
it's crazy. But yeah, speaking of the Jets, Geno Smith.
Yeah, he
Wait,
goes back to the team that drafted him.
and that's just so much. Like he's gonna have PTSD in that locker room. You got to look at the spot you got your jaw broken at.
Oh,
Uh,
that guy that got cut. Yeah, the guy from the one he was promising to go to that camp to, and he never showed up for. And I remember that.
Bam out of body. Oh, we dropped 60. Hold on. Bam out of body. Dropped 60.
Oh, what is that? The team you go for, the Bulls or what?
Nah, Miami is playing. I forgot. I was just looking at it. They're playing. I think not Charlotte. I think they're playing the Wizards.
Ooh, okay. So he had 60 points. That's a lot. Usually that's a lot for certain players. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot. Especially I didn't see Bam scoring 60. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I thought he
I
put that
mean,
on Dabble too. I took Sar, but Sar got his numbers on Dabble, so that's good. I'm gonna check the rest out. But yeah, that Geno Smith, he tweeted God is great when the Raiders traded him. At least he thought he was traded, and the Raiders said, nope, come on back. We're gonna get a seventh round pick for you.
yeah. Hey, there was like a AI video of Mark Davis saying some shit. Like I don't know. I'll have to tag you on one of the videos on Facebook, man. That shit was funny.
Check it out.
You want to see that one?
Yeah. When you get a chance, yeah, send it to me.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's kind of funny, but that don't sound like nothing like Mark Davis. But it seems like the way he would say something. I don't know. Did you see those tweets about the Wendy's? Right?
Yeah, I did see those.
Oh man, if it doesn't work out, go. We can hire you as the tasting officer or some shit.
He said, I'm late, guys. So does Crosby go back to the Raiders? Yeah, he
Yeah,
did go
seems
back.
like it.
Yeah,
But if they're
crazy.
still going to trade Crosby, it's if they are going to still trade Crosby, it's not out of the door, but they're not going to get 2 first round picks this time around.
Value is low now.
Yeah, they're probably going to be lucky to maybe get a first round if some team's willing to do that.
Yeah, it hurts the Raiders, but it might help another team, and you can even get what's left of them.
Yeah, get if you can give up that 1 first round pick or maybe just get that second or third round for him, then you got something there.
A contending team with like a late first round pick or something. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. So I don't know. That whole idea just got crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Ravens probably just he didn't seem to pass the physical with the Ravens, so they just decided not to do the trade.
Crazy
I
turnovers
bet
on
you there's
turnovers.
going to still be a trade in progress. I think they have a backup plan in place.
Said I've never seen this happen, bro. We still in shock. I'm like, wait a minute, what? NFL,
Yeah,
NBA guys do feel physical a lot. I remember the last one was
but they retry them. They always retry their physical, so it's not like
NBA.
yeah, NBA players they even if they fail their physical, they do it multiple times to see if they pass it. So
Yeah,
by
that's
league standards, they would have to try it again and see because sometimes it happens that way.
yeah, that should happen with dude. He was supposed to be a Laker. This guy named on the Suns. Mark. What's his name?
Mark,
Mark Williams. Thank you, Reed. Yeah, that's
Oh,
him.
Mark Williams. Okay, he's the one that filled the
Yeah,
physical.
that's him. Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about. He should have been a Laker. Then he went and played the Lakers, and he dropped like 21 and 11 on them. Damn,
And then we were supposed to get him. Damn.
statement game. And now you got DeAndre Ayton, who was the number one overall pick, but he don't want to play the Clint Capella role, and now he's dating one of those spots, allegedly. He was. I seen him in a picture with her. The chick, Mellow Banks, the rapper chick. I was like, oh wow, that's
Oh
my wife.
wow. Yeah,
It's
pretty much.
yeah. I know you gotta get to your wife, so I'm gonna wrap it up. We're gonna do one last question. I gotta just ask you this.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
the
for sure.
49ers, y'all got great QB history, but I gotta ask you, who is your Mount Rushmore quarterback all time?
Quarterbacks all time, but it doesn't have to be the Niners, right?
No, just NFL.
It's a tough one. Mount Rushmore. When we think of the Mount Rushmore standards, I got to be non-biased. I got to be realistic on this one. Of course, in the NFL standards, they're always going to put Tom Brady at some point of the Mount Rushmore of what he accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
You got to consider Joe Montana for the clutch, for the big time plays. He would have to be up there. That would be like realistic. I think when we look at rings and championship, I can care less about the championship sometimes, but I think Dan Marino deserves to be on the top of the list.
Good one.
I mean, no offense to Manning and those other quarterbacks who won Super Bowls. I'd rather have somebody like a Dan Marino who can give me some numbers, but I think Marino deserves to be in the top of that list. If we're talking controversial and stuff like that, I would put Brett Favre just because he's more to talk about, right? But but is that like four Mount Rushmore? Or do I have to put a fifth one?
We can go a fifth. You can do somebody trying to climb their way up towards the bottom.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I would say it's controversial for me to put Favre because I enjoy watching him, even though I hated the Packers, but he was fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah. He said the Utah Jazz mid Jaron Jackson failed his physical, but they still accepted the trade. Yeah, Utah loading up on them picks too. Like the
I
league might
mean,
change that.
don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great quarterbacks I enjoy watch. I mean, if we're talking currently, yeah, Mahomes when healthy, but I enjoy watching Josh Allen, but he's not even in the conversation yet.
No, he's great though. We'll see what he do. Oh wait a minute, hold on. Somebody put their Mount Rushmore. Oh,
Oh, Vic.
we
As
got
good as
Vic.
as talented as he was, man, he could have had a better career, but he just made that dog fighting issue. That's what it was. But
Yeah, you know how that go, dude.
if we're talking most entertaining quarterback, you can say Cam Newton is.
Oh yeah, for sure. On and off the field. Say
Oh yeah,
undefeated.
Terry Bradshaw was a championship winner. What about Otto Graham? We can go way back in time, but I wasn't there.
You a Steelers fan, right, Reed? I believe he's a Steelers fan.
Maybe if he's a Steelers fan, he would put Terry Bradshaw. I mean, Terry Bradshaw won 4 Super Bowls and wasn't quite your typical quarterback, but he knew how to win games, won championships. That's what people look at. You can say Bart Starr's another one. You can say, besides Montana, Steve Young was pretty damn talented.
Like I said, no Steelers. I think my
Then
four would
what?
be Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes.
So I'm guessing maybe he's a Buccaneers fan. Oh, he's a Bears. He said
Oh, he's
Bears.
a Bears fan. Oh, damn.
Okay, he's a Bears fan. Okay, so
Right.
well, for the Mount Rushmore, you can't put your boy Jim McMahon, even though he's kind of an entertaining quarterback. I mean, dude, like Jim McMahon defined the looks of what you guys call the Bears with the cool style, with the headband and all the other stuff.
Yeah, he won one with the Bears and the Packers.
Yeah, but he had the sunglasses, the headband, that kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
That dude didn't give a damn, bro. He was a chill back dude. Like he didn't give a shit. That's like the old school quarterback right there.
Yeah, he definitely brought it for sure. Hold on, let me see. Okay, what do you say? No McMahon, no Cutler.
Oh yeah, Jim Harbaugh was there for a short minute with you guys. Yep.
Yep.
But I
He
think
bought.
Caleb Williams has potential to be there at some point if he keeps it up.
Yeah, yeah, he's on the right path. He's on the right path. Yeah. No, Jim McMahon. None of them. Josh
Hey,
McCown.
Josh McCown. Hey, will Tyson Bagent be y'all trading bait candidate? Please, like, hey, you guys should trade him just for the hell of it, just to piss off the other guy.
He about to trade him. When I seen the reports, I was like, damn, I would love to keep him as a backup. But I thought again, I said, you know what? Get all of them out of here. Let them all go.
I heard Cardinals might be still interested. They still might be interested to get him.
Yeah, because they missed out on Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Willis, and they missed out on Tua also.
Cordell Stewart, I can go on.
Kyle Orton was a decent quarterback for the Bears, and then for the Rex Grossman could have been good, but he was just well for that Super Bowl run, and he was never the same.
Yeah.
Like he had one or two good seasons, and after that, he just started turning the ball over more.
He turned it over bad. Yeah, that defense, run game, and Devin Hester was carrying that squad.
Yeah. Remember the press conference by Dennis Green? The Bears are who we thought they were. If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. We are who they thought they were, and we let them off the hook. He says, off the hook.
That's still one of the craziest games where you like, how did we win?
Yeah, you guys were down by like multiple touchdowns, and it looked like the game could have been over.
Yeah, it's crazy. That was a good season. I swear we were supposed to win that. Started off with open a Super Bowl with a Devin Hester return. I was like, oh hell yeah. Didn't go quite well.
That's crazy that the Bears had 32 different quarterbacks, just like the Cleveland Browns do.
Yeah, that's what I got to do, bro. I got to look at the Browns situation, and I be like, okay, I got to look at theirs to feel bad about our quarterback situation because they the only one that have more starting quarterbacks than us in that span.
Oh, dude, have you ever seen a jersey of a Cleveland Browns fan have like so many jerseys on the list of the quarterbacks, bro? That's crazy.
It looked depressing too.
Yeah.
Google Bears QB list on farm. Shit, that might be.
I believe you. I believe you on that one. I think there is a lot of them on the list.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we definitely had a lot of stuff.
K McNown or whatever his name is. K McNown.
Yeah, K McNown. Yep. And I think Cutler did like 9 years with us. I think.
Zola was there for quite a while, but you had Kyle Orton during that draft when you guys had an injury at quarterback, and he stepped in and won you guys 11 games.
Yeah.
I mean, there was different other quarterbacks. I mean, you had Bob Greasy. No, was it Brian Greasy?
Brian Greasy, yeah.
Yeah, Brian Greasy was another quarterback y'all had.
What's dude from the Super Bowl? Not Todd Collins, the other one. Well, while we had a Jimmy Clausen, we had him for that stint.
Yeah.
Caleb Haney, my boy Caleb Haney, NFC Championship game.
That was the injury for Cutler, and that's when he played, huh?
Yep.
Oh, Caleb Haney.
Crazy thing is, we almost could have won that game.
Caleb Haney, man, that's crazy that he had to be the quarterback after the injury.
That game had me sick.
That was the start of the Super Bowl run for the Packers, and they've never been the same after that.
You couldn't tell me. I hate to say it. Well, I can't say it now, probably. But you couldn't tell me back then Green Bay wasn't going to get at least two more.
They had chances, and they just couldn't get it, unfortunately.
That Seattle was the ultimate collapse.
Oh, not bad of a list, I guess. I mean, Warren Moon was an accomplished quarterback. He did it from the CFL to the NFL and a Hall of Famer on both programs.
Oh, yeah, that's a good list, bro.
I mean, I mean, if we're not talking about rings, I can always think of Marino at the top of the list, but it's like everybody cares about championship. That's the thing. We care about winning championship, but if you look at establishment, Marino would have been on top of that list. Maybe if he played for the Steelers, maybe he would have won a Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe the Steelers would have won the 95 Super Bowl if they had Marino at quarterback instead of O'Donnell.
Mitch Trubisky, best backup. Hey, in Buffalo, he looking like a poor man's Josh Allen when he get in running that
Oh,
offense.
man. Oh, man. Dude, there's a lot of these quarterbacks who just need to be in a good situation. But, I mean,
Yeah,
is it fair to say that Justin Fields is a bust, bro?
the seat getting warmer. The seat is getting warmer.
I mean, yeah, but for a lot of the ones who say, for the ones who've been defending this guy, is it fair to say he's a bust, even though you're like one of the Bears fans that supported him at one point?
No, I would say it's fair. It's fair to say that, but I would say it's still a glimmer of hope. He could possibly go to the right situation, and then boom, career could change. So I would think it is fair to say that, but it's still hopeful.
Yeah, but a couple years back, this is what I said to some of the people who were on Justin Fields' side or some of the Bears fans. I said, bro, I bet you after his contract's over, or even if he doesn't finish his rookie contract, he's not going to stick around too long. He's going to be gone. And I even called it like that. And then I guess after that, they were calling me freaking racist. I said, dude, he's just not a quarterback. He doesn't know how to read defense. Does that make me sound like a hater, bro? Like, nah. Like, I see that he's a mobile quarterback. He can move. He can be accurate when he has the timing and perfect anticipation, but at times he misses his throws. And he's got a strong arm. He's got a nice strong arm. Don't get me wrong, but if you're not accurate, it don't matter.
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot of the layups that was missed for sure.
Frank Wright and Matt Flynn. Yeah, Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn got a good contract in Seattle. Didn't have to play a single down, but got a lot of money out of that.
Them dudes still hold the record for the Packers. Well, I think Rogers tied him for 6 touchdowns.
Or something like that. He had a good game where he had 400 yards against that Lions defense.
Yeah,
That's what got him his payday, but he never played a single down for Seattle after that.
I mean, Matt Barkley for us had like 364 yards, and he had like what was it, 8 or 10 drops. It was disgusting. Like he missed out on like 450 yards or something like that due to drops. I was like,
Dude,
man,
Barkley was just a bust for every other team in the league, but maybe the one time game he played for you guys, but most of the time he's just been trash.
he
Everywhere
has
he's been,
high hopes for. You know why?
because you're a USC fan, you can't seem biased, but yeah, he just wasn't all that. Even Cody Kessler was not all that.
Nah, Seneca Wallace.
Oh yeah, the one from Seattle.
It's crazy because what's the name was going there. Giants QB Jackson Dart. He was there freshman year, but then when Caleb came, he left.
Oh, at USC, huh? Then that's
Yeah,
when he transferred, huh?
he was a USC quarterback.
Okay, I
I
can see
think
where
he
you're coming from.
had the Bears jersey. Jordan Addison and Caleb reposted it. I wouldn't mind. I'd love to have him over there. You know, if he can get
We
it
shall
together.
see.
He's still young, but he's extremely talented.
Yeah,
He
I
said
mean we
Saquon
get.
Barkley was out. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, we can just go from whatever from there, man. But a lot of these quarterbacks, I mean, you guys had like 32 different quarterbacks during that Rodgers era. Kind of like how the Browns have so many quarterbacks.
Crazy. Where they say
Like if
Cam.
you look at the Cleveland Browns quarterback, it's like a drawer of underwears, bro. You change that shit every day.
Yeah.
It's new. It's new. It's that new shit. It's bad. It's just that's how I compare the Browns quarterback. It's just a new pair of underwears, bro. It might not stink. It might be stinky. Might be bad.
Like Mahomes and Baker Mayfield before he was transferred. Texas Tech
Yeah,
QB.
they were at Texas Tech for a short minute. Then he transferred. Then they had Davis Webb there too, if I'm mistaken.
Oh shit.
think Davis Webb was there for that time being also, or maybe it was a different year, but I remember he was over there too.
It'd be crazy. You gotta look at some of these picks and see this stuff.
Oh, I can't remember. It was a school decent that had 3 NFL quarterbacks at one time, but 2 of them transfer. Wait, are you talking about
Not, not Bama, right?
it had to be Alabama.
Y'all can say Bama or Oklahoma. Oh, cause yeah, they were.
Oklahoma was well known for that. Yeah, we had a lot of quarterbacks actually Spencer Rattler and Caleb Williams were together.
Yeah, Rattler and Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah, they were there. Caleb took his job. Rattler was the starting quarterback there.
Okay. Yeah, Rattler was
So
always a top 5 pick.
it had to be those 2 quarterbacks from Oklahoma because those 2 both transfer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Texas Tech. They had Patrick Mahomes and they had Baker Mayfield. Yep.
Rattler and Williams. Yeah, it was definitely them. Once we get
Yeah,
back to
it was Rattler. Yep.
the third NFL, was another QB
Dude, they
already?
went with that. What?
No, you
Dude, the
said
crazy.
there was third NFL QB.
There was a third NFL QB. I don't think he plays for the league no more.
Yeah, I don't recall.
3 different. It had to be the Alabama quarterback because remember in Alabama you had Tua, you had Jalen Hurts, and you had Mac Jones. Mac Jones, Tua, and Jalen Hurts probably. That's my guess.
That's gonna beat you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good show, bro.
For sure, man.
Yeah, we'll keep up with the news. And then,
Yeah.
whenever we got time, we'll probably go to your channel next.
Oh yeah, Miami had a lot of stack running backs and a stack ass defense during that era too.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, both of those running backs could be Hall of Famers right now.
Y'all know football. Yeah, thanks, bro. Shit,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, a little something whenever you want. Hop on the panel.
Yeah. We won't degrade you or bad you, man. We'll just talk good football, man. We'll be cool with you.
Good vibes, bro. Get on up, state your opinion.
Yeah, we won't scream and talk over you like some of those other guys.
He said, okay, yeah, him, Reed, yeah, any of y'all, get on up. We'll have a nice little conversation, talk about all the news. No, it's always good to have different perspectives and opinions.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll figure out something down the road, man. I just been taking a little bit of a break.
Excellent show. Thank you, Reed. Yeah, get on next time. Yeah, bro, you gotta take a break, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta take a break. I do it. Everybody gotta do it.
Yeah, I'm just mentally kind of drained right now.
Yeah. Well, you got my number. If you ever want to talk, don't hesitate. Just hit me up. You want to vent? Whatever. I'm here.
All right, whenever your time is available, but I'm not all that kind of person likes to bother. I like to stay in the lane where everybody does their own thing. If they call or hit me up, then that's when I'll reach out or something. But most times I like to just stay focused on the next goal or something.
Yeah, be man. We'll figure it out. But
Yeah, for sure, bro. Appreciate it.
for sure. All right. Be safe.
Peace out.